Imagine your life as a garden, a space that requires careful tending and nurturing. Just as a skilled gardener sets boundaries to protect delicate plants from invasive weeds, so too must we set personal boundaries to safeguard our well-being. Boundaries are the invisible fences that protect the sanctity of our inner world. They define the limits of our emotional, mental, and physical space. By establishing these limits, we ensure that our energies are directed toward what truly matters, preventing external influences from overshadowing our internal harmony. In the spirit of Stoic wisdom, remember that the boundaries you set are not walls, they are bridges to a more intentional and fulfilling life. As Epictetus wisely said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. In this insightful video, we shall discuss 5 reasons why setting personal boundaries is important. Stay tuned and watch the video till the end. 1. Self-respect. First of all, consider the people you spend time with, whether at work, home, or school. How do they influence your life? Do they really respect you? Self-respect is the fertile soil that nurtures the seeds of your being, while personal boundaries are the sturdy fence that keeps out the weeds of toxicity. Without this fence, external influences, much like unruly weeds, can encroach upon your well-being, hindering your growth and marring the beauty within. Stoically, we understand that setting personal boundaries is not a sign of weakness but a manifestation of wisdom and self-awareness. It's an embodiment of the Stoic principle that we cannot control external events, but we can control how we respond to them. However, when you set personal boundaries, you send a powerful message to yourself and others, which is, I know my worth, and I am deliberate about the energies I allow into my life. Please subscribe, like the video and share. 2. Emotional health. Emotions play a role in our personal boundaries. Just as a fortress protects a city from external threats, personal boundaries shield the delicate balance of our emotions. Imagine a garden where each plant requires a specific amount of sunlight and water to thrive. Similarly, our emotional landscape demands careful tending. Setting personal boundaries is akin to cultivating a protective fence around the delicate blooms of our feelings. In life, without personal boundaries, we expose ourselves to the storms of emotional upheaval. One might find themselves overwhelmed by the expectations and demands of others, losing the anchor of their own emotional autonomy. Picture a scenario where a friend consistently leans on you for support, draining your emotional reserves. Without boundaries, this cycle can lead to exhaustion and a compromised emotional state. Reflect on your values, needs, and emotional limits. Determine what behaviors and situations contribute positively to your well-being and which ones deplete your emotional resources. 3. Personal growth. Personal growth is a journey of self-discovery and continuous improvement. Much like the tree, your growth is influenced by various factors, and one significant factor is the establishment of personal boundaries. Just as a tree needs space, nutrients, and protection to thrive, so do you. Consider a scenario where you constantly say yes to every request, stretching yourself thin like a tree lacking adequate space to spread its branches. By clearly defining what you can and cannot take on, you ensure that your energy is directed toward endeavors that foster your growth. Think of it as nurturing the soil around your roots, allowing you to anchor yourself more deeply and weather the storms of life with resilience. To foster personal growth, it's crucial to recognize that every yes is a commitment of your time and energy. Without clear boundaries, you risk depleting your resources, hindering your growth potential. Reflect on your priorities, understand your limits, and, when needed, gracefully say no. This doesn't make you rigid. Instead, it empowers you to channel your efforts toward endeavors that align with your values and contribute to your flourishing. 4. Conflict resolution. Conflict is an inevitable partner. The way we navigate these conflicts often defines the course of our relationships. Setting personal boundaries is akin to laying the foundation for conflict resolution. Picture a scenario where a colleague consistently crosses the line, encroaching on your time and space. In the Stoic realm, this is an opportunity to define clear boundaries. Recognize your limits and communicate them calmly. It's not about building walls but rather constructing bridges of understanding. Explain your perspective, ensuring that your boundaries are a reflection of self-respect and not an imposition on others. In doing so, you empower both yourself and those around you to engage in conflict resolution with clarity and respect. The Stoic philosophy encourages a mindset where conflicts become not battles to be won but collaborative puzzles to be solved. Through the practice of setting and respecting personal boundaries, individuals can foster an environment where conflicts are not suppressed but transformed into opportunities for understanding. 5. Energy conservation. Consider your energy as a finite resource, akin to a lamp's flame, and personal boundaries as the lampshade that directs and protects its glow. When we fail to set personal boundaries, it's like allowing our lamp to be exposed to gusts of wind and unexpected rains. The energy that should be directed toward our growth, passions, and well-being disperses into unnecessary conflicts, draining interpersonal dynamics and trivial matters. Stoicism urges us to envision our energy as sacred and finite. So, how can we conserve this precious energy through personal boundaries? Stoicism offers a roadmap. First, recognize the aspects of your life that drain you unnecessarily, be it toxic relationships, unproductive endeavors, or overcommitment. Second, set clear boundaries by communicating your limits to those around you, not as a barricade but as a means of safeguarding your energy. Finally, focus on what truly matters, channeling your conserved energy into personal growth, meaningful relationships, and endeavors aligned with your values. Setting personal boundaries emerges as a crucial thread that weaves together our emotional, mental, and physical well-being. These boundaries are not restrictive barriers but rather empowering guidelines that safeguard our intrinsic worth and energy. By delineating what aligns with our values and what doesn't, we cultivate a space of self-respect, emotional equilibrium, and growth. Just as a lamp's glow is intensified and protected by its shade, our energy finds purpose and direction when shielded by these intentional boundaries. Embracing this Stoic wisdom, we not only preserve our inner harmony but also navigate life's complexities with resilience, clarity, and purpose. Remember to subscribe for more Stoic wisdom.